Hey guys, welcome to the Simulated Kingdom. Today I'm going to be playing chess while complaining and ranting about whatever about German. I've been learning German recently on Duolingo. I'm not learning it in school. First of all, because the option isn't there. It doesn't allow you to do that. Second of all, I don't think I'm ever gonna do it in college or high school. So why wait to do it in school if you just can't wait at all? So technically, I'm learning German before I'm learning any other language. But that's just purely because if I don't have to wait for school, then I'm just not gonna wait for school. So on to my personal problems. Not really problems, but what's hard about German. I would say one of the hardest things I wouldn't say really most hard. One of the most complicated things in all of German. I'd say most complicated, hands down, has to be gendered. Just gendered words. Gender words, they're very complicated and they're very hard to remember. They're very hard because like I know there's a lot of culture and I just that'd be interesting thing to look into why there's like even like with words that mean like food. Sometimes like I don't know. Sometimes like pizza. That's a female. That's so if you're saying like the pizza, you would say die pizza, the feminine version. And it's just like who decided that who looked at pizza and thought, hey, we're gonna make this feminine. And there really are no feminine words. What what feminine really means is that any word that really any base word that isn't gendered to start with and also is in the group of um letters, words that are affected, are affected, they are affected. Which means A. What we would say like a, and those types of words. Um, yeah, it's ein. Um, ein is masculine, eine is feminine. For some reason, there's just e's added at the end of things, and that makes them feminine. So you'll have like mine. It's a German word most people know because it just means my. It can also just mean mine. So yeah, it is a very simple word that has two genders to it. That is gendered. It's one of those gendered words. Mine, if you're if it's male, and mine if it's female. I have no idea why when a word is feminine, they just add an e at the end of it. That'd be another thing to look into. Why there are just e's. Why like the universal thing for like feminine gendered, not German universal. Yeah, but it's like you just add an e, and that ends when you get to the, which is D is a feminine the, and then you have der, which is masculine the. So yeah, the genders are very hard, but it's when you learn them, and once you start remembering them, memorizing them, you should probably memorize them. They it's a memorization game. You just have to memorize which it's like which are masculine, which are feminine. Why is there das? What is das? I know it's another form of the, and it's like it's neither. It's its own thing, but that just leads to questions like I didn't know that existed. For my first 8 days of learning German, just didn't know that das existed. I am because Duolingo it just never teaches you it until you're like your eighth day. Just thinks that's just not important. It's very important because apparently there's a whole entire like new way to gender words. I mean, yeah. Nah, I'm in Czech. I can't take it because another gripe I have. So that's a free. Yeah. I I reimagine that. I'm not good at chess, so this is gonna be some very bad gameplay. So, oh yeah, um, getting past gender, which should be 7 minutes of this video, is also why they just don't, words just don't go together to form a new word. Like, you'll have chus, which means bye, or choose, don't know how to say it. It's chus or choose. If I go to Germany and say it, I don't know, I'll get it from there. If they give me awkward stares, then yeah, probably pronouncing it wrong. Uh, that was easy. Oh yeah, so yeah, words just don't combine. You'll have a word for good, gut, a word for bye, tschüss. The word for goodbye is like auf Wiedersehen. That's my best hope of pronouncing it, which is definitely wrong. It's a big word. Technically, it isn't even a word. It's 2 words. Don't know why I said it was a word. Yeah, it is just multiple words saying I mean, saying goodbye. Don't know why there's that big like 12-letter word that you are going to have to spell. And like I have the German keyboard. That's something I'll get into later. That's my like third thing. So, yeah, just there's no goodbye. Do not put those words together like you would in English. You just add off, which I do think is a word. It is definitely a word in the German language. Both of these are. But I think it is a standalone word. I mean, they're both standalone words. So why not just combine Chus and Gut to get goodbye? You can't for some reason. It's very off-putting to me as an English speaker to have that. Where it's just like you have to learn a whole entire new word. Then with my German keyboard, I not keyboard, it just the letters that show up are German, which really just means there are some accented words. You get the German B as an option. I that was probably just in the base keyboard, and I just wasn't using it at all. So yeah, that's like the main example I have. Maybe just Duolingo. Maybe like there is a very good reason. Like there's a very, I mean like, but like it just Duolingo doesn't really teach that way. I mean, it doesn't. It gives you like, if you want to look at the tips, which no one does. No one. You're not gonna go out of your way to look at the tips for a language. If you just, I mean, don't look at that. I mean, I don't like click on words in German to see like, oh, what does that mean? I mean, it's like, it means goodbye. Don't know what the standalone words mean. Apparently there's like replacements. I don't know. And like you try spell it on your German keyboard, it autocorrects to something wrong. Therefore, you get it wrong. Cause you still get it correct if you make a typo, but if you make it a different word in German that is nearly identical, then you are wrong. There's a bunch of words in German that humongous words are start basically the exact same. That is my excuse for getting it wrong a lot because I just don't remember how to spell it. Because I'm not trying to spend an hour on one German word. Then I remember the word for a menu just being hard. Forgot the word was, but that's just all I remember from it is that it was a very stupid word. Not stupid. It was a very long and hard word, like a lot of German words are. There's so many consonants in them and vowels that if you do not know, because German, you have accents. Like each letter, now it makes a different sound. So there's all these new things to learn with the language, kind of like revamping the alphabet you already have. So, yeah, it's very hard to learn a new language. It's also very hard to learn German. And also, yeah, it does sound angry. If anyone was wondering, yeah, the stereotype is very true. It does sound very angry. So, yeah, it's a very like new thing. Like you look at the alphabet, you think, "Oh, that's like it's very close to my home alphabet." But it really isn't. They don't make the same sounds at all. I mean, there's a lot that do, but then there's a lot of vowels that don't. There's accents. And if you really want to learn German on Duolingo, or really learn German in general, you gotta have the accents. Because other than that, you're not really learning German. You're learning a kind of German where you're misspelling every single word. Just because you don't want to switch your keyboard over, or if you don't have the ability to. So yeah, if you can, just, just learn German with a German alphabet. This may seem very simple, cause it is, but for me I learned this kinda late when I needed to use the German B that I wasn't using. Anyway, that is where I have to end things off for today because of time constraints. I can only film for 15 minutes. I hate that, but bye. I'll be ranting about more stuff later and also playing chess. So bye. This has been the Simulated Kingdom.